Hello, welcome to an impromptu 1001 Films Live. No one's watching yet, unless you're watching it on YouTube afterwards, because you've got the advert first, haven't you? That's why my kettle's on, making a cup of tea. I've still got loads of things to set up. It's going to be a nice and easy one today. Oklahoma, I recorded off the TV 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago. Off Channel 5, so there'll be adverts, we'll be pausing, it'll be, it's going to take us 6 days just to get through this one. It should be alright. I'm going to wait, I'm going to make my brew, I need to set up my earpiece, etc. In a minute. It's really annoying, that, isn't it? I need to get a quieter, streaming-friendly kettle, is what I need to get. So if anyone's got any suggestions for a quiet kettle, then feel free to get in touch. Do you know what? I'm going to move this. It's been there since the waterphone. My kettle's boiling, so I'm going to finish my cup of tea. Right, cup of tea. I'm going to set up my earpiece. Give me a second.
Power on. Bluetooth transmitter mode with active bypass. Connected. Ready for use.
Connected, ready for use. We've got no viewers. I don't know if we'll have any live viewers at all. During this one, no one knows about it. So we'll just see how it goes. There you go, we're up and running. I've got some kind of terrible car racing on that no one's ever heard of. That Steve Ryder was presenting. Do you remember Steve Ryder? Back from the old days of Grandstand? Right, I'm just going to get myself ready into a position, because obviously I've got stuff that happened before. There you go. That looks like it's the start. On Channel 5. 5 minutes yet before we start. Right, so like I said, I've recorded it off Channel 5. There'll be adverts. I'll be pausing. I'll be fast forwarding. I'll still say, just when I think I've got it, the point in it all goes wrong. I'll start the timestamp, but we'll be pausing, and so the timestamp won't be exactly right, but we'll do our best. So if you're still watching this, like if you found this on YouTube or on Twitch and you're still watching this, this is the 1001 Films Before 50 project, number 296. So I picked up this book. Oh, where are we? There we go. 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die. in my local Waterstones in January 2022. So that's this year if you're watching it now, but if you're watching this in the future and I'm possibly dead, 2022. I've been looking for something to do before I turn 50, like midlife crisis stuff. So, I was thinking, do I do 50 things before I'm 50? And then I would say I'd have to do like about 1,000 things every year. I know the maths doesn't work out. I need to get my lights just a little bit better so you can see me on this one. There you go. So yeah, for this book, I thought, I bet I could watch all 1,001 of these before I die. And I thought, why don't I try and do it before I'm 50? So I was 43 and 6 months old at the time. 43 and 7 months old at the time. I'd seen 231 of the films already. So we're up to 296. So this is our 65th film since we started at on the 23rd of January. So Oklahoma, here is the write-up, if anybody's interested. It says, based on a 1943 Broadway stage show by Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II, Oklahoma, ! Is a lively, colourful, full-blooded musical set among pioneer folk in the eponymous American state. Unfolding at the turn of the last century on the eve of Oklahoma achieving full statehood, the film stars Gordon McRae as cowboy Curly McLean, who falls in love with Shirley Jones's farm girl, Laurie Williams. Combining the boy meets girl plotline of the romantic musicals with the wide vistas of the best westerns, mostly shot in Arizona rather than Oklahoma, the movie was a prestige studio production. The first musical, directed by Fred Zinnemann, a director hitherto better known for serious drama, Oklahoma is generally a buoyant and joyous experience. Rod Steiger is the exception, whose appearance as Judd, Curly's bitter rival for Laurie's affections, gives the film a surprisingly dark and menacing layer. But it is let's just start again. But it is the songs, such as "Oh, what a beautiful morning," and accompanying dance numbers choreographed by Agnes DeMille, who worked on the original Broadway show, that most impress. One of the last gasps from the halcyon days of the Hollywood musical, Oklahoma remains a sterling example of the genre. I have one viewer. Hello, one viewer. We haven't started yet, but we're about to in about 2 minutes' time. So that's the write-up. I don't mind a good old jolly musical. I don't mind like an MGM style musical. One of my favourite films is Singing in the Rain. But this one, I don't know how I'm going to feel. Before I started this project, don't forget, I had a proper downer on westerns, and then I've seen some of the best bloody films I've ever seen. Trying to get the westerns out of the way, because they'll be terrible, and all of a sudden I'm watching The Searchers and Shane, and they're some of the best films I've ever seen. So we'll see if this is any good or not. It's recorded in 2 different bits, because it's on Channel 5, it was split by the news. So there'll be adverts that will pause through, there'll be a slight pause as we put the next bit on. It's going to be all it's not going to be, I was going to say it's not going to be as slick as usual, but let's be honest, it's never slick, is it? So we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna have a drink of my cup of tea. I'm running dangerously low on milk, by the way. Also, it's just me on my own today. The Canadian's not here. So if you tune in for banter, I won't bother today. So, if we're ready, we'll do the best with the timestamp, just due to the fact I'm going to be pausing the adverts and etc. But if we are ready, and you've got your remote controls in hand, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. Here we go. Oklahoma is on. It's very, very musical already. So we're starting with a big, some shot of some corn. How's the camera going through it? The corn looks really close, but the camera's going through it. It seems a bit dodgy. It's, to say I recorded it off TV, I did record it off 5 HD. It's, the picture's pretty good. So we've gone through some corn into a valley. Do you grow your corn on the edge of a valley? And in comes. Oh, it's one of those, in it, where it comes on, and the opening, like the opening credits, is a montage of all the different song tunes. I'm dancing already. Ba, 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 ba. It already looks very fake Western, and all I can see is a farm with a couple of bloody haystacks in front of it. Oh, do you know what? It's already getting on my nerves a little bit. The cheery Oklahoma music. Didn't Hugh Jackman, before he became like massive as Wolverine, didn't Hugh Jackman play Curly in the West End with Maureen Lipman? I'm asking, did he? He did. That's exactly what he did. I like how you just get credited as the dancers. You just people in the back that will pretend. It's called Oklahoma, which is an entire state, but I'm assuming it's just set on this one little area of Oklahoma. So it could just be called, I don't know, Hicksville or something, couldn't it? This tiny little place. I mean, the opening is just this one. I'm assuming it's Curly. Cowboy in a big red jumper, just trotting about on his horse, hiccups. He's having a good look around, though, he is. He is. Oh, Christ. There you go. He's riding into some corn. We're straight into Beautiful Morning. What, of course, has happened, and it's always the same when I'm listening on my headphone, earphone. Headphone. The mode is slightly out, so the modes go, and then I slightly afterwards hear it. But with the talking, it's not usually that bad. But when he was singing, then it was like the worst dub you've ever seen ever. It's like I'm watching a Korean film, and they've put the songs on afterwards. He rides his horse really weirdly. I mean, most people would ride a horse whilst watching where they're going, but he is riding his horse whilst looking at the camera and singing. Who is my one viewer? You've not said hello or anything. You should come and say hello. My one viewer. I hope she's churning butter. Bloody hell. That's a great movement. 2 hands needed there as well. I mean, I don't know how he sneaked up on her. He's just been singing at the top of his bloody voice as he's coming through the corn. Just the old double belt fondle. I don't know what would we call it. Oh, that'd annoy me. She's got a window open and her net curtains are blowing out the window. She's just said, if I wasn't so old and you wasn't so young, he's not that young, I'd marry you, while she's churning butter like this. You'd marry her in a heartbeat. Oh, well, I'm a fascinator. Fascinating. They're fascinated. God, they're all singing the same bloody song. Is that a real bird in there? She's very high pitched, bit whiny. Like I've said, I'm assuming that's Curly and I'm assuming that's Laurie, right? And right at the side of my head here is the poster with them both on, wearing exactly what they were in now. So really, I should be able to know, shouldn't I? But yeah, it's like they're 15 years old. No, I ain't. I'm not going to enjoy this one, am I? He's singing again. It's only been 2 minutes since the last one. So, did it say this was like? I know it's based on the 1940 odd original, but was that based on anything? Did I read that out at the beginning? Can't remember what it is. Oh, something with a fringe on top. That butterfly, is that a real butterfly? It's a very well trained butterfly, if that's the case. Right, I know pinch of salt, right, or a bit of suspended disbelief. But have you ever been to a party and then someone's got a guitar out, right, and everyone's been talking, or you've been talking to a person, and they've gone, "Oh, let me just get my guitar out and we'll sing a song," right? And they start, and they're proper good, right? And there they are singing the song, playing the guitar. But it's like we're doing full version, right? Like 4 minutes, and everyone's just sat, just watching them sing, just going, still going. That's what this feels like. It's like he's gone round to see her, and he's just singing to her, and she's just going, "Yeah, okay, what?" I mean, they're just going to run over these geese. We went to Stratford a couple of weeks ago, and we sat having a drink near the River Avon, and we overhear this older woman, 60s definitely. Um, uh, she uh, she has a look at some wildlife, some birds, and she goes to her husband. Oh, I can never tell the difference between a duck and a swan, and they were geese. So she still had no idea what anything was. A while back, he taught me a while back. It was about 2 minutes ago. This is literally one of the worst films I've ever seen. We're 9 minutes in. Is Curly a moron? Is Curly like less than average intelligence? Because he looks, and I know that they look about 50, but they're really 25. But he looks like he's in his early 40s. He looks my age. I'm mid 40s now. Um, and he's all, ha ha ha. He's singing again, but slower now. I'm assuming, and pardon my ignorance here, that a Surrey is a arse and cart thing with a fringe on top. Sounds a lot like slurry, doesn't it? Kaplop was the lyric there. This song includes the words, and this is just in the last 20 seconds, drooping, rim, and couple up. Looks good. I think I've only got about another 2.5 hours of this to go. When does Rod Steiger turn up and make it dark? I mean, she's like, he's singing this now, just stood still, and she's like, just in his shoulder like that, eyes closed. Old granny in the background fanning herself. She's that's fanning herself. She's had enough of the churning the butter. Oh, come round here, restore us in your lies. It's a bit. It's one of those films. You like Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, which is a bit kidnappy. Well, there you go. That's Rod Steiger as Judd. Plenty of men are trying to what? Sparker? Judd's taking Laurie to the party. He's got quite high trousers on. But they've made Judd as creepy as they possibly could, haven't they? Even though that clearly Curly's the one who's an absolute bellend. It's her aunt, it's not a mum. Yeah, pair of morons. Oh, we're going to get another song. Why she's telling everyone to pop here on the way to the party to freshen up. She's going to get them all drunk. He's singing the bloody Surrey with a fringe on top again. He's the most annoying person in Oklahoma, and he's riding right through everyone's corn now. Go round, mate. Go round. What are you riding through it for? They've got the worst portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the wall that I've ever seen. You know that bloody hell, she was taking her shirt off. You know that fresco of Jesus, and that woman tried to make it better, and it came out looking. That's what that painting of Abraham Lincoln looked like. She's going to sing a song though, isn't she? If she's on her own, she is. It's gone all blurry. It's weird. It's like Curly's looking at her through the window. Not Curly, Judd's looking at her through the window. It's a bit creepy. Some shots look really good, and then it goes a bit blurry and weird, and it's a really odd print. How's he got all the way over there? After looking at her through the window. Rod Steiger looks more like Rod Steiger in this than he did in On the Waterfront the other day. Well, it looks more like the In the Heat of the Night Rod Steiger, let's put it that way, than he did the other day in On the Waterfront. Oh, pause it. Pause, pause, pause. That creeped up on me there. Oh, I can't pause. It'll just start or stop it and restart it. Right, never mind. We'll just keep going. That's annoying, isn't it? Never mind. Let me pause there, and we'll fast forward. Fast forward. We'll just have to do it like this. We'll only be a couple of minutes behind on the timestamp. I'll tell you when we're starting again. Bloody hell, how many adverts are there? Right, here we go. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. We're back on. That was a good 5 minutes of adverts there. Perhaps it's not as long as I thought it was. Tell you what's annoying that there's no pause option on the timestamp. There's just start and stop. Because if I do stop and start again, it goes back to 0, just in case anyone's interested in the intricacies of the tool that I've downloaded there. Who the bloody hell's this now? he's the comic relief, isn't he? There's like some weird green screen going on as well in the studio. We keep going from like inside to outside in one shot. Weird. I thought it was a kaleidoscope, but it's a bit of a... She's a right dirty old broad. Here we go. Get ready for a song. You can tell what is going to happen. She sits down and goes, I bet loads of things happened in Kansas. Well, let me tell you about it. So he's currently kind of squatting, right, whilst he's singing this song. Now he's going to stand up in a minute, right? Now if that was me squatting while singing a song, as I stood up to carry on the song, here we go. So he stood up there. The song would have to include this lyric, as I stood up. So people are just... And I know it's his first musical that this guy's directed, right? But he's directed other stuff. Everyone's just stood about looking. It's very... It's not very cinematic. It's very stage play. It's like we're almost filming the theatre show. Perhaps I'm being too harsh on it. But it's hardly Spielberg's West Side Story, which, if you haven't seen, is about 1,000 times better than the original West Side Story. Bloody hell. I mean, these people were credited as dancers, don't forget, and really they should be credited as standing about and watching. I mean, all these men are atrocious. What you're doing, Will, I'm doing a two-step, but they don't do it alone. And then he grabs Aunt Ella and dances around, who dances a two-step perfectly, even though none of them have seen it before. Bloody hell. Now he's tap dancing that he's just seen a couple of actors doing. We can do it perfectly. Plus all the taps are out, don't forget, from my earpiece. Bloody hell. I do hate this film. I can see why I've never seen it before. Oh my good god. And like loads of it is done like right down the camera as well. He's dancing about and he looks straight in the camera then. There we go. He doesn't like it, but he's dancing along. Remind me to never ever be in Oklahoma. I mean, these fellas are doing like the little tap dancing bits here. They're not even they're not certainly not doing it at the same time as Will at the front. We can't even see the feet. Which is a whole tap dancing routine of about 5 of them. And it was like from thigh up. So I've seen 5 blokes just do this in unison. Well, that's not very impressive, is it? I mean, this jumping through this lasso's quite good, I must admit, but lasso, of course, that's the English pronunciation. If she was here, she'd go lasso, lasso, lasso. It's the only thing wrong with the TV show Ted Lasso is that I have to pronounce it Ted Lasso and not Ted Lasso, because that's how we'd obviously pronounce it. There you go, they're stuck on this train now. Whilst Will's dancing like an absolute pillock on top of the train. He's never going to jump onto his horse here. It's not going to be him. Yeah, we see it right from the distance. What a load of crap. Not a huge fan of this at all. What are we, half an hour in? Right, now we've got Laurie swimming naked, I think, in the river. So either Judd's going to turn up and be creepy, or Curly's going to turn up and be creepy, or everyone's just going to turn up and be proper creepy. I mean, she seems shocked that she's swimming naked in the river at the side of the road and there's someone coming along in a cart. Who are these two? Yoo-hoo, Laurie. I mean, she's literally getting dressed. She got dressed quite quick, to be fair. None of her clothes are wet. What did she say then? She said foot, I think. Oh, foot. My good God. Is he supposed to be Irish or is he supposed to be Italian? He's just said take it a swim, so I assume he's Italian. And I know there's an element of watching this through modern eyes, old eyes with things. Um, they just keep calling him the peddling man. Fly crawling down her arm. It's one of again, that fly's dead now. I watch these old films and see like animals and go, that horse is dead, that dog's dead. I mean, I'm watching films now where most people are probably dead, but that fly probably didn't last a week back in 1955. My dad was 2 when this came out. For context, 2 days ago he was 69, so just 67 years old. You can't do that. We've got another song now. Loads of flies knocking about. Bloody massive that. Looks like a bloody giant waspy hornet thing. When I'm with a fella, I forget. It'll be the Rohypnol. Oh, I'm just a girl who can't say no. This film is horrendous. I mean, even in the 50s, this was weird, right? Wrong. Hello! I've not been singing hello, but Hazel, why has your, oh, there you go. We're at work, so there might be a delay. There, it's coming up now. Work on a Sunday. Bloody hell, Hazel. I haven't been singing, no. Mostly because I hate it. It's awful. We're currently on I'm Just a Girl Who Can't Sit Down. This is the closest I've come to singing, I think. It's nice, that, isn't it? Isn't it nice, that? It's dead easy to set up, Hazel. Really, really easy. I'll DM you. DM me, hun, and dead easy. Are you, see, I'm dancing now, and you just need a Streamlabs account. Just log in, Google Streamlabs, log in with your Twitch account. Hello, Phil! And set it up there. Dead easy. Yeah, right, so Streamlabs, you want the widgets, you want the chat, and it'll give you like a browser link, and you put it in that way, and you can change how it looks, size of the font, etc. Just need to have a play about with it. I did it whilst I was watching On the Waterfront the other day. Dead easy. It took like 2-3 minutes to set up once I'd got my head around it. Oh, adverts. Right, hang on. So I'll pause. Let's flick through. Another 5 minutes of adverts here. At least. Right, there we go. We're back on. Hello, Scottish Cobra. I'm just going to call you Cobra when you pop on. Oh, because Hazel's just gone Cobra in capital letters as well. So here's he's Ali Hakim. So is he Italian? I recorded it off Channel 5. No adverts on the BBC. Is it on the iPlayer? Don't tell me it's on the iPlayer and there's no adverts. An old Persian garter. It's definitely supposed to be Italian. No, it's not on my player. Thank God for that. What, because of the adverts comments? I bet he is. I bet he is. Oh, good God. I hate everything about this film. Everything about it. So this bloke basically is traveling Oklahoma with his terrible Italian accent, trying to sell women underwear. There's a dream sequence. No, half an hour in, I'm at the. What's happened? Nothing's happened. Curly's been round and been proper creepy, singing to her. Judd's been really creepy, not singing at her. That Will fella's got off the train and done like the worst song and dance routine I've ever seen. And now she's been swimming, but seemed really surprised that people were coming past, even though she was near a road. And now the Italian peddler guy's trying to sell them stuff. It's a dream sequence. So now he's selling us some love potion. Just send him on his way. What are you feeding him for? It is dire. It's not the 4-letter word I'd use to describe it, Phil, but it is dire. I mean, if I wasn't, if it wasn't I had to watch it and watch it all the way through for the project, be off by now. Who's this now yahooing? It's Will Parker, of course it is. Bloody hell. I won't say it's determination, it's more perhaps dementedness. Right, so Will's one of those people that just shortens your name and doesn't care if you want him to or not. He's Persian. So he's supposed to be Iranian. That's supposed to be an Iranian accent. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Hello, Phil. This Will Parker guy is really keen on just squatting everywhere. my God. I mean, I can't work out how anyone enjoys this film. He's going to sing it to. I'm also going to go out on a limb and say Rodgers and Hammerstein. Oh, shit. All the songs are they're like the same tune, and they're all bloody. Get your rhyme book out. What rhymes with roses and supposes and toeses? It doesn't have anyone worshipping a bomb, and that's the problem with it, Phil, isn't it? Is that one beneath? Is that beneath the Planet of the Apes? The second one, the bomb one, is it? I've been behind you the whole way. There we go. I mean, like everyone's rocked up now to freshen up before the party. Christ Almighty. And now we're just singing "Oh What a Beautiful Morning" again. Yeah, beneath. Yeah, it's the one where you wait all film for Charlton Heston to turn up, and he's in like the last 3 minutes. Oh my word! It's my worst nightmare. The entire town turning up at the house. This is where like if you were being picked up by your mates on the way to going out, you'd be ready at least 10 minutes before, just looking out the window. They were right, and you'd be out and gone. Yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't want to do it. I love to watch you the way you handle horses. See, it's that bad, right? When I get stressed, I pick my thumb, right? This film is that bad. I'm sat here picking my thumb. That picture of Abraham Lincoln there is. I mean, he's no top hat on, so perhaps it's not. It might not be Abraham Lincoln. Perhaps it's like a dad or something. I don't know. But what she just said there that was shocking. I don't know. I'm not rewinding it to find out. All right, okay. Oh God! So it's a song about that she won't cry if a fella goes away. About the fact that she spent 40 minutes mooning over bloody Curly. I'm not bothered though. This entire song is based. I'm not bothered. If I'm not bothered. It hasn't rung me, but I'm not bothered. I'm not even bothered. Oh dear God. Everything is gingham. This is everything I hate about musicals and westerns rolled into one. I need something to eat. But I'm not sure what I've got in. I think I've got some cheese. I'm got some cheese butties. Not in this, she doesn't. I mean, there's quite, from what I can see, there's quite a lot of women live in this town, but yet all the fellas want Laurie. Is this entire film just building up to this party? Is that it? I've got some sausage butties. Right, okay, that whole putting the corset scene on is a bit weird. Right, bear with me whilst I put the oven on ready to do my sausages. Bloody hell, she's a right caterwauler. That horrendous singing voice of the 50s. Christ almighty. Right, just wait for the oven to heat up. So preheat your oven. Sausages in. 11 minutes each side. I know sausages only have one side technically. Just in case anybody wants some sausage butty tips, which is a lot more exciting than Oklahoma. I mean, I'm not really sure why it's got an exclamation mark. So it's Oklahoma, because it's hardly. They're just dancing about in the knickers now. It's amazing how they're all trained in ballet, isn't it? And this bloody Hicksville out middle of nowhere town. There's a little bit of me praying for a power cut. And or a heart attack. Well, it depends how far in is the dream sequence. Have you googled it? See, I don't think I would. I'd rather come and do your job that I know nothing about than watch this. Oh, hang on. Oklahoma. When is the dream sequence? There must be something that has it itemised. Get in the car. Right, so it's at the very centre of the play. At the end of Act 1, there's a dark and very elaborate dream sequence. And it's a ballet as well. Oh, it's 14 minutes long. So what? You're having your lunch at your desk so you can keep the stream on, I tell you. I hope it's just you two on your own and you're not bloody forcing everybody else you work with to watch this crap. I don't even know. Why is it on? I read the thing beforehand, the entry, and I'm still none the wiser as to why it's on the bloody list. I suppose we've had quite a good run. So we were bound to have like a piss poor one again at some point. It's not me being safe, I'm worried about it's everybody else you work with. It's like, I was work today. Oh, well, it was alright. It was work when it was as bad as usual, but it was a little bit worse because Hazel made us watch this bloke watch Oklahoma. I think they're on a par. I mean, Natural Born Killers was bad, wasn't it? But there was kind of almost like a grim fascination with Natural Born Killers. At least the way it was made kind of was slightly interesting. Where this is so bloody journeyman, it's unreal. I like how you've written it with the capital NA at the beginning of natural. It's like you've written, I prefer this to sodium Troll-born killers. It is, yeah, the original one. As Hazel hasn't seen the original Planet of the Apes. Everyone's just walking through the corn. Who the bloody hell's this fella now? He's been shooting rabbits, but he's not got a rabbit on him. I can't believe you've not seen the original Planet of the Apes. I cannot believe it. Original Planet of the Apes is dead good. The one where I think it's the next one after Beneath, Escape of the Planet of the Apes is really good. And then for me, you can kind of skip them until you get to Rise. That's true. I should know that by now. But Planet of the Apes still. Whoa, 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 whoa. In this country, this better be a proposal of marriage. He's now threatening an Iranian man with a gun. It's definitely the American dream. You what? Back in the early 80s, 1980, I think was it? Superman 2. At least it was a decent film. Going to the cinema on your own is like the best hobby you could ever have. I'm going to check that my oven's heated. Be back in a minute. I mean, she's going to marry him apparently, but she still keeps calling him the peddler man. I mean, you'd probably like use his name, eh? Just calling him the peddler man. At least she's not calling him the Persian. You've got gooseberry tarts too. Peeked in your basket. The Golden Child's one of those that when I was a kid, obviously, I thought it was really, really good. And then you watch it again and you go, what on earth is this? The best bit of The Golden Child is when he makes the Pepsi can dance. Do a little song and dance act. Look at you two reminiscing about times before you knew one another. I've gone out of focus. Well, my eyes have gone. One of the two. She says she's 18, I bet she's 19. I'm going to put that on my promotional literature. Even better than Smooth FM. Perhaps I could play songs every so often because you can't hear the film. And coming up next on 1001 Films Before 50, here's Elton John and Rocket Man. Oh, there's just nothing's happened. Just walking about, just singing songs and just being really dull. No one likes this. No, Channel 5 doesn't get as many viewers as all the others anyway. Surely it dipped when this went on. Who's watching this nowadays? none of the songs are like, you know, like you're watching, you go, this is a banger. This is a great song. What were we watching? We did that. What we were watching with that 4-day Disney marathon, and we're like going, oh, this is a great song. This is a good song. This is a fantastic song. There's not a single song. Even though What a Beautiful Morning was crap. They all sound the same. But now she's getting her own back. She's singing it in for ages while he just looks at her and goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, that's 4 of us then, isn't it? That's it. People with the book are watching it. That's me, you, and Sarah, and that's it. This is one of those where I wish I'd watched this when I was a kid, and then I didn't need to watch it now. Where I've got some that I've already seen that I think, oh, I wish I'd not seen that so I can watch it again for the first time. Well, this is... She's singing it in now. At least he's changed his shirt. I mean, it's the same shirt he had on, but just a different colour. In like, is it Jeff? I think we've said this before. Is it Jeff Goldblum in The Fly that says he has the same clothes to wear every day, so he doesn't have to think about what to wear and it doesn't take up brain power, so he can invent batshit crazy inventions. And it may be like a paraphrase of something Einstein said once, possibly. Oh, this is probably I don't bother brushing my hair, so I've got more time to think. Boris Johnson does the same thing. And me. Don't stand in the rain with me. Shook his little finger at her. There you go, supposedly Nick from Einstein. Hooray! They're my favourite bits of the stream, that, when I say something and you type something at the same time. Not that it's a cult. It isn't a cult. There's loads of flies, like everywhere. You just have to keep carrying on while there's a fly crawling across her chest. I'm sure I'm not supposed to notice that bit. In years to come, when I'm in the old folks' home, oh, can you imagine? We're still doing this one in the old folks' home. We've gone to 2002 films before I'm 70. I'm doing this in my room in the old folks' home. Just put the soup down there, Veronica. Thank you. I'll have it later. I'll warm it up myself. What was your big memory of watching Oklahoma? All the flies. There's not enough of us for a cult, is there? So we fast forward 6 years and we come into the close of this and we've managed to build it up to exactly the same number of people that we are now. What? Once my summer holidays are over as well, and I go back to normal work, we'll have to... Oh, hang on. Pause. Fast forward. Adverts. Oh, that's it. That is the end of this half. Oh, brilliant. Right, okay. So we'll get rid of that. I won't delete it yet, just in case it all goes wrong. I then need to put the second half on. Oh, here we go. Which is longer. Bloody hell. Right, okay. We might have got another hour and a half to go. What time is it? 10. I'll be alright. Let's get it. Oh, there we go. It started already. At least we've got Judd back. Judd and Curly. What's going on here? Is he cleaning his gun? Right, here we go. Right, we're back on. So we're in our second. So that's all right. That recording was an hour and 15 minutes, but it was only 56 minutes long-ish. We've got an hour 40 left here. So we might be done for 2:30. We've got a gun, I see. Rod Steiger's like in a different film. Picture of a naked woman there on the wall. That was a weird line. He's admiring his rope. Is he suggesting that he hangs himself? Oh, he is. What on earth is this scene? Good God, I thought he's going to sing him a song about killing himself. What is this? Yeah, no one's told you that they love you, Curly, Judd. Again, I'm bloody good. No one's told you that they love you yet, Judd, because you haven't died yet. Now he's singing into. It's supposed to be a song called Judd's Dead. I'm absolutely staggered. I mean, if the dream sequence is worse than this, I'm going to nip for a wee while this is on. Good God. This is the first bit back after the news as well. This is where they decided to cut it. Oh, there you go. Judd Steiger's decided to sing along. Look how this is filmed as well. It's just the two of them just looking. It's like Judd just sits like this all the whole time. Going for a wee. He's trying to get him to. I can't believe it. Blimey. Hang on, I'm just turning my sausages over. That's not a euphemism. Miles around. I can even guess what's going to come next. Oh, dear God. Made of wood. Oh, they've not done it this time. Oh, is it? What have I missed? Oh, what have you missed? I am beeping. Sorry, I was just turning over my sausages. Um, it was me that was beeping. Sorry. Um, so what have you missed is Curly's gone round to Judd's to convince him to kill himself by singing him a song. And are we supposed to be? Are we supposed to like Curly? Because from what I've seen, Judd hasn't really done anything wrong yet. I mean, he did do that little creepy look through the window at Laurie earlier on. You know, Judd's clearly a man with issues because no one seems to talk to him. So he sung a song to try and convince him to kill himself, and now he's asking, "Where were you before?" He was miles better in Coronation Street. Phil is what he was. Do you know, I'm staggered. I'm staggered that anybody, even in 1955, or when this 1943, it said the stage show was happened. Um, how anyone thought that that song was appropriate or that bit was appropriate? She's she said on Twitter that she's not she's not rewatching it. Um, I don't think she wants me to spoil it. I think that's the problem. So I think she quite likes this. Better not better. Well, there you go. Everyone's got to have a weakness, though, haven't they? She never sends me Henry pictures to cheer me up. Sitting here in this filthy hole. Why do something healthy? We've just found out he runs the entire farm on his own. This is like from a different film. We're supposed to think that Curly's the good guy because he's in love with Laurie, but Judd's the bad guy because he's in love with Laurie. They're both atrocious people. So it's two. He shot a bullet through the knot hole. No idea who's on the other side. Literally could have shot anyone through the other side of that wall. Excuse me, hello. Would you like to buy some female underwear? Why's she hiding behind that? That it's taken a really serious, weird turn here. It appears to be a film about the dangers of porn as well. Right, I'm going buttering my bread, bit of sauce, ready for my sausages being ready. Christ almighty. Just the way it is. Singing and dancing. Oh, she's taking the old love potion. It really is one of the worst films I've ever seen. This is the dream sequence, isn't it? This is the dream sequence. Yep, there we go. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be cutting up my sausages in a minute. So she's sat in a chair. Look at that, I can't believe I've timed it to miss the dream sequence. So she's just in a chair with her eyes shut. Strap in. I'm going to beep again in a minute, Hazel, right? But it's me, not you. I need to cut my sausages. It'll take me 2 minutes. They all had a dream sequence, didn't they? It's like the bit in Singing in the Rain where Sid Charisse shows up and they do just that weird bit that has nothing to do with the rest of the film. And obviously Wizard of Oz is more or less an entire dream sequence. Oh, so is this supposed to be Dream Her, but it's a different woman, someone who can dance? I mean, all the background could almost be Wizard of Oz. Oh, there you go. So I'm not. This is her now, and she's disappeared. There we go. Once we have all the different Curlys, the actual dancer Curly, because Curly can't dance, so he's gone dark in the background. I mean, this bloke is a completely different nationality for a start. This bloke looks like he's Latino. You've got to be fucking kidding me. It's another one of those dance routines filmed from like thigh high though. So we've just seen people go. It's like we're not seeing any leg work at all, which possibly tells you how terrible the dancing is. Here we go. Here we've got legs now. I mean, this is. I mean, that must be bad. If work Wi-Fi is worse than this film, that must be bad. I mean, they're not even hiding the fact that this is a studio now. There's like a grey floor that they're dancing on with just like some sky behind them. Wind machines going. What on earth? Oh, and it's just music from the film again. It's not even like its own music. Beeping. I'm back in a sec. Oh my god, this is terrible. Just again, it's like it's for a dance sequence. Why can't we see the feet? Why is it being filmed? Like, just because you see 2/3 of them, I don't understand. I mean, I realise it's this guy's first musical that he's directed, but you know, surely you knew feet are quite important if you're doing a dance sequence. He doesn't do the singing bits and just show us their feet, does he? Nearly there, one more sausage to go. Right, we're back. Oh, it's like she's getting married now. What, to Curly? And it's like they've gone, let's do this dream sequence, right? Well, we'll do it so it's like Curly marrying Laurie, but we'll swap out Laurie and Curly because the actors can't dance. So why put it in? But then Judd appears, but that's really Rod Steiger. We've not got not yet anyway. We've not got a dance Rod Steiger. Ketchup today. I do like brown sauce on my sausage butties, but I've gone for ketchup today. My rule is always brown sauce for bacon butties, ketchup or brown sauce for sausage butties. Depending what mood I'm in, but always brown for bacon. There's Rod again. Is he going to change into a different man so that he can dance? And he's surrounded by like burlesque now, as if to go, oh, he's a dodgy, dirty man. When I find myself watching a film that I hate during this 1001 films, and I know we're still 6 years or so away from finishing this whole thing, I do think, what if the very, very last film, what if the 1001st film, right, that we watch, that obviously we will stream, is awful? What if it's one that I hate? What if I say, do I save one that I think I know I'm going to enjoy for the last one, or do we just keep going whatever, however. This is awful. The dances just like that with the dresses again, but we can't. It's just like mid up. The cinematography is poor, and it's just all the songs from the show that we've heard so far put in. We'll have to have like a big those last 10 big celebration week, and we'll have to have like a virtual party. Perhaps we could even do we could perhaps do the last one, and everyone's round. We can have a bit of a buffet, drinks going on, and we can all sit round and watch it for the last one, and we're all in the room together, and nobody will be talking because we'll all be in the same room. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. And I'll cut a bit like that. Oh no. At least you know she really exists then, though. I mean, surely Rod Steiger, who hasn't changed into a dancing man, is too busy going, "You're not Laurie, so I'm not really that bothered." God, this is awful. Why have I got to 44 and never known about this bit in Oklahoma? It is. The dream's still going. I forget you can't hear it. Rod's doing his own dancing scene. Some weird kind of chicken dancing going on from the fellas. So the book made a thing about how the choreography was done by the original Broadway choreographer. It's rubbish. I think they should have got someone else in. Like anybody. I mean, I've seen Starlight Express as choreographed by Arlene Phillips live, and that was better than this. Bloody hell. Oklahoma could be at least an hour shorter if they'd cut this bit out. I mean, Magic Elixir and the Dream seems to be telling her that Judd's the man for her. Staircase up to nowhere. I know it's a dream, but it just doesn't fit, right? It is more of a nightmare. It's like, it looks like she's running out of the Bates Motel there. She wouldn't, those images that she's dreamt about there, that corridor, for example, if this is supposedly set late 1800s, she wouldn't have those images. You know, it appears that Judd is bulletproof. Oh my good God. So it's just like Rod Steiger gets to be in the dream sequence, but everyone else is. Was Rod Steiger a proper dancer? I don't know. Was he a song and dance man as well? Because it is like a ballet fight. It's so slow and just so awful. Or is that real Curly back in there now? Can't tell. I don't think it is. It's still ballet dance Curly. Killed him. Is that the end now? Of the whole thing? Drags in with one arm. She's waking up from the dream now. I don't think we're in Kansas City anymore. No, look, she's woken up because Judd's got it's time to take the party. He was all smiling, and she's like, ooh! He's so excited, bless him. Oh, adverts. This entire film is about a woman being taken to a party. That's it. Absolutely atrocious. Where are we? Oh, maybe wind it a touch. Here we go. So when has she gone to? She gone to sleep in the middle of the day there to have that dream? He's got proper dressed up as well, Judd. Bless him. Although he does appear to be deliberately driving slowly now. Oh dear. He is a creepy old bastard. Oh. Well, that did the trick, didn't it? Brakes broke. Have they not been thrown out of that? So he'll get blamed for that. I mean, he did hug her when she didn't want him to, but she didn't have to whip the horses. She could have whipped him. Big tree. Horses have missed it. Straight through the water again. I suppose that bit was filmed. This bit's filmed quite well. They're miles away from where the bloody party's going to be. Are they going to run in front of the train? Oh no, there we go. Tipped up. It's starting to hear with these horses going crazy. There we go. She's gone off and left him. It's such an odd film. And it is so bloody studio based as well. The farmer and the cowmen should be friends is a song we've got now. One likes to push a cow. One likes to chase a cow. But that shouldn't be why they can't be friends. We've got a song now about what's the difference between farmers and ranchers. And none of the lyrics appear to rhyme. I mean, I can't even. It's not one of those. You can't even believe that Shane and this are contemporaries. When was Shane? About 53, was it? Hang on. Shane was 53, so 2 years before this was Shane, and yet we get this crap. Absolute. What on earth is this? Now there's a fight between the farmers and the ranchers and the cowmen. Wow. The old woman's now threatening him with a gun. If I was an actor who specialised in musical theatre, my agent phoned up and went, "Got an audition for you. Amazing. What is it? It's Oklahoma. How long would I be in it for? Oh, it's like a really long run. Probably in it for a couple of years. 6 shows a week, 2 on a Saturday. Nah, I'm all right. I'll continue to be unemployed, please." Oh my god, the dancing is horrendous. It's just it's this. This is all it is. It's over and over again. I've got so far as to say this is worse than the dream sequence. We've also not had what we're now running half-ish into it, a little bit less, give or take the old fast forward in the adverts. We've not had the song Oklahoma yet. Right, and I know there's not a song called Mary Poppins in Mary Poppins. And Singing in the Rain is actually quite a way in as well, isn't it? But Singing in the Rain is different because Singing in the Rain is just a collection of songs put together into a film, isn't it? It's like the original jukebox musical. Right, you would think that the film Oklahoma would have the song Oklahoma in it quite close to the beginning. I mean, they're basically having a party at a house that's not been built yet. Oh, it's the barn that's not been built yet. Laurie's not here yet. What do you think happened? If they didn't hear that horse and cart bolting, right, behind them. The new schoolhouse. There's no kids. Mr. Skidmore. There's no kids there. They've all left the kids at home when they've come to this. Alright, Laurie's arrived. I mean, Judd's going to die at the end of this, right? He's going to have to. Has he bought one already? God. Who is the bloke playing the Persian guy? The old hot water bottle there. The one who plays Laurie's still alive, anyway. Um, it's Eddie Albert. Is he in? He was in Roman Holiday. Is he in Blazing Saddles? It's not him, is it? I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, he thinks it's a thing with a knife in, does he? Oh, it has got the knife in it. Oh, I see. He's in loads of stuff anyway. He was in Roman Holiday, which I miss seeing him in, even though I only watched it last week. He's in Escape to Witch Mountain. I realise I'm just listing films now that A Man That You Can't See was in. Oh, adverts. We must be getting close to the end now. We must be. We must be. No, this has gone in too far. Oh, there we go. Nearly back on. Nearly back on. Oh, if only we were watching Kez film. If only we were watching Kez rather than watching this. Kez is on the list, I think. But obviously I've seen Kez, so... Bloody hell, it's absolutely atrocious, this. Yeah, it is. $50? It's good, isn't it? It is good. Got a Doctor Who one coming, which I might put there. I don't know, we'll see. It was very sad when Bernard Cribbins died. 93 are proper good. And Judsey with his $1.25. Now, 93 is more than enough for me. Curly's not bidding on her. It's your work keyboard, is it? Do you use it so much that it's rubbed the It's rub the ink off, rub the letters off. What am I talking about? My keyboard at work is so old, I can't see half the bloody letters on it. I mean, Judd's got more money than sense. No, he's done. Oh, he's back. Is it more than he's got? No, not you've got more money. More money on the bidding for the women on the film. I wasn't saying you were rich. I was saying no more money for the film. And 2 bits. To sell his horse. Bloody hellfire. We just had a what felt like a 20-minute scene about 2 men bidding for a woman. Yes, that's the whole point now. It makes miles more sense that this is here. Because I'm not just going, yeah, no, yeah, I do agree. People can actually see what I'm responding to. It makes such a difference. He's going to like instantly try and kill him now with the look through ear knife trick. You go, he's whispering here about the. Are you a guy? Are you a guy? I wish I'd have had this on when Are You Guy had been on. There was a small iota of tension there for literally a split second, but that's it. Now that you've engaged to me, you've got to stop having fun with other fellas. Right, we've got a song now, so I'm going to put the kettle on for another cup of tea. Are you a guy? Are you a guy? It appears to be a song about how she lost her bloomers. I hate this film. I hate it. There are so many things wrong with it. There's almost no redeeming features. It is. If this is like the halcyon days of the Hollywood musical, it didn't win the Oscar, did it? For like the best film. Oh, I certainly won't be in it if they do it at Wigan Little Theatre. Even if they ring me up afterwards and ask me. I mean, we got to a point. This film is so bad that even if Germany beat us in the Euros later on, that still won't be as worse a feeling as watching this film is. I bet it did. I bet it won the bloody Oscar. Let's have a look. Awards and nominations. Oh, it won Best Score and Best Sound Recording. Thank Christ for that. So what won Best Film that year? Let's have a look. Marty won Best Film. It wasn't even nominated for Best Film. But do you know why? Because it's rubbish. That's why. Is this definitely the right Oscars? It is, yeah. There you go. It wasn't even nominated because it's rubbish. So he's singing a song about how she can't go off with other fellas and losing her bloomers, and now he's like kissing a couple of women dancers that came in. Look how grey I am. I mean, it's almost virtually that complete. What colour's your hair now, Chris? Grey. That's what I'm going to have to say. Nightmare. Right, so I'll have a cup of tea. Thank God that one's finished. Right, here we go. Oh, adverts. Oh, that came as a surprise. Right, hang on. Pause. Off-white. It's not off-white. Look at it. I mean, at least I've got some, but it's definitely just grey. Right, here we go. How much longer have we got left? I think we've only got about 20 minutes to go, you know. Let's get moving. They haven't sung Oklahoma yet. How many adverts have we had, though? We've only had one set of adverts. Perhaps half an hour. Pig slime. Surely everyone can hear him, like, shouting at him. It's just such an odd story. It doesn't. Turn around and look, you crazy woman. This is just God. And he can't do it about it, just sold his bloody gun. Right, so she's terrified, crying her eyes out, and then to cheer her up, he's pulled her 3 feet one way, kissed her, and now she's over the moon now. On this cold stove. This is so bad. Quit your worrying, or else I'll spank you. What a line. And now he's just proposing to her instead. Please, ma'am, would you marry me? Ta-da! She said yes. Please, can it end now? Is it going to finish on the song Oklahoma? Makes you wait for the entire film before you get like the famous song. There's a reason why there's about 3 of these songs that are famous. Because they're rubbish. Now he's immediately talking about knocking her up. First time I ever seed you. There you go, he's definitely talking about knocking her up. Oh, let people say Rin Love's a famous one, isn't it? God, this is... I know I keep saying it. I mean, Oklahoma, exclamation mark. Should actually be called Oh God No, exclamation mark. It's... Oh, I saw this yesterday, but I've just seen something that's reminded me. Today, everyone, today is the day that George Jetson is born. 31st of July, 2022, George Jetson is born today. So we've only got, like, what, another, how old is he? Like 40? So in 40 years' time, it's going to be robot maids, flying cars, meet George Jetson, etc. Here we go. Persian fella's off. I'll love him alright, I guess. Goodbye, baby. Jesus, I'm sure you say goodbye in Paris. It will. It will be the future the 94 Cinema wants. We're being plunged into fascism, aren't we? I mean, this film. I mean, he's probably the best character in it, the Persian guy. He's certainly the best actor in it, apart from Steiger, obviously. Oklahoma, hello. Jesus Christ. It's still not finished, but it is raining now. So it's the next day, party's over, with some cows crossing the river. I'm assuming we're filming some real, actual cowboys there. Mr. Bloody Skidmore. Oh, the farmer and the Coman should be friends. Oh, has he got an horse? He just sold it. And why is it night time again now when they're all out in the bloody... Does he just have a party every night? Nothing else to do, I suppose. Oh, it's the wedding. Bloody hell, that were quick. What? How is that? That makes no sense. Judd's here, though. They just got married. Judd's knocking about outside. Like, where's he got? They'd literally just done it next day. It's a bloody long film just for this bit. They haven't sung Oklahoma yet, no. It's going to finish in Oklahoma, isn't it? We've got a terrible song now about bloody... Perhaps this is Oklahoma. This might be it, because they're singing about the state. I've never heard this bit before, though. Just try and rope with hope there. Here we go. It is Oklahoma. I mean, it sounds shit. Oklahoma, where the wind comes rattling down the plain, and then they talk about the rain. They're bloody awful. Well, 2 hours and 5 in ish, give or take. Let's say 2 hours in. And then we get Oklahoma. Oklahoma. You're doing fine, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Okay. That's it. Not Oklahoma, it's amazing. There can't be. I think we just need the Judd Curly showdown, I think. Now they've got married and they're singing this. I mean, even this, they were just stood. The choreography's terrible. The cinematography, it's all really close up. I would even go so far as to say that this is the worst musical I've seen and the worst Western I've ever seen. I'd say it's the worst film I've seen with people wearing trousers in it. It's the worst film to include a kaleidoscope with a knife in the shaft. I apologise for use of the word shaft there. Oh, there's a small child. I can finally see a little boy. He doesn't really know the words to the song. Oh no, he's spelling it. When in doubt with lyrics, spell the thing you're singing about. Worst film with a story with a fringe, absolutely. I mean, the bloke who plays Curly as well looks like a fella from the 1950s in an old-fashioned film. Skidmore's only got one suit and it's purple, like it's out of the 1970s. What's he doing? Looks like Penelope Pitstop. Oh, she's married to the Persian. Another shotgun wedding. Friend of the family. Why are the women fighting now? She's kissed every fella in Oklahoma and now she's having a fight with her. Bloody hellfire. What are these fellas up to now? Good God. They appear to be spying on while having sex. And here's George. I thought he had to leave the farm. Why is he still there? Right, he's going to set fire to the haystack, isn't he? Is he going to set fire to the... He is going to set fire to the haystack. I don't know what's going on. It's like it suddenly turned into the Wicker Man. There you go. Here comes Judd to set fire to their haystack now, is he? I mean, the ladder's still there, right? Has he fallen on his own knife there? He did. What a surprise. Fell on his own knife. Well, perhaps he's not going to die. Don't you worry about that man dying because of you. How is this still on? 10 minutes at most. Has he died? Has he died? Yeah, exactly. No, Judge died. There we go. Let's just do the judge and the court thing right here. Bloody hell. He didn't kill him. Are we really having this terrible courtroom scene? This is basically mob rule. This is another film about the dangers of mob rule. This, except it's a musical and it's not the Oxbow incident, which was excellent. So that's it. Not guilty. Took 30 seconds. Oh, here they are. There was absolutely no tension in that there. Oxbow was so good. It was so tense. 12 years before this was made as well. Oxbow Incident was like a courtroom drama, but set next to some rocks in a bloody, and the whole hanging sequence. It was so good. And then the guy killing himself, brilliant. It was brilliant. For what felt at the beginning, it felt like it was TV movie. It felt like it was an episode of bloody Stagecoach or something, and then just amazing. I think it's finished. I think it's finishing. They're singing a bit of "Oh What a Beautiful Morning" again. There's another massive fly. There you go. I mean, that's it. I mean, literally, a bloke's just died. He's got away with murder, and 3 seconds later, it finishes. The end. What a load of shit. That was horrendous. Bloody hell. I mean, the only thing worse than that is that now it's advertising that Alfie Ball and Michael Ball are going to be singing songs. I did make it through it. That's another one. Gone. We're 5 away from 301, which is the time that I do the strange mathematical stuff and add the ones from previous lists on. And we're going to jump from 301 to 361 and get closer to the end. But more on that at a later date. Have a lovely rest of your Sundays, everyone. So I've just seen something with Kevin Costner in. What's this that's been advertised? Is it a film or a TV show? It's on Channel 5, it's going to be shit in it. I don't know why I'm even bothering. Yes, have a lovely afternoon. Don't work too hard. Rest of your time at work. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.